You assume the speed of light is merely a value? 299,792,458 mil-hours. Enormous. Extremely enormous. The quickest phenomenon known. Fine, but why does it cap everything? Why can't motion exceed it? What blocks you? Most humans never truly question this. They simply accept it. Einstein declared it. Light speed is the universal limit. That's how reality works. But that explains nothing. That just echoes phrases. When you genuinely ask why nothing outruns light, when you investigate what truly prevents it, you uncover something so bizarre, so radically unlike daily experience, that it transforms everything you believe about space and time. The speed of light is not merely motion. It's not only the fastest thing, it's the universe's structure itself. It's stitched into spacetime's fabric in a manner that makes faster travel literally meaningless. Let me explain. Let's begin with something basic. Something everyone recognizes. Objects fall. Release something, it drops downward. 16 feet in the first second, precisely. That's what Galileo measured. Drop a ball, drop a stone, drop anything. After 1 second, it falls 16 feet. Now consider the moon. The moon circles Earth. It isn't plunging downward. It remains aloft, orbiting, tracing a path. But hold on. Is it falling? Think carefully. If the moon were motionless in space, what would occur? It would fall toward Earth. Gravity would draw it inward. But the moon moves. It moves sideways, tangent to its path. Because it moves sideways, while gravity pulls it inward, it continually misses Earth. It falls toward Earth, yet never hits. That's an orbit. Continuous falling while moving sideways quickly enough to miss. Now comes Newton's brilliant realization. The moon lies 240,000 miles from Earth's center. We stand on the surface, 4,000 miles from the center, so the moon is 60 times farther than we are. Newton proposed, what if gravity weakens with distance? What if it follows an inverse square law? That means doubling distance weakens gravity fourfold, tripling distance weakens it ninefold, the square of distance. If that's correct, then at the moon's distance, 60 times farther, gravity should be 60 squared times weaker. That's 3,600 times weaker. On Earth, objects fall 16 feet in 1 second. If gravity at the moon is 3,600 times weaker, then the moon should fall toward Earth by 16 feet divided by 3,600. Calculate it. 16 feet over 3,600. That's about 1/12 of an inch per second squared. Let me phrase it differently. In 1 second, something at the moon's distance should fall toward Earth by 1/12 of an inch, times 3,600 because time is squared in the formula. 1/12 of an inch times 3,600 equals 16 feet. Exactly Earth's measurement. Newton computed how far the moon should fall in 1 second if gravity obeys an inverse square law, and it matched perfectly. The moon falls exactly as Newton's law predicts. This was monumental. It wasn't mere theory. It was prediction. Newton connected two independent facts: how fast objects fall on Earth and the moon's orbital period and distance. Two seemingly unrelated facts became linked by one law: gravitation. There was no return. Newton advanced further. He calculated planetary orbit shapes under inverse square gravity. He found they must be ellipses. And indeed, planets move in ellipses. Kepler measured this earlier but lacked explanation. Newton provided it. 3 results for 2 efforts. More pieces aligned. Tides. Why tides exist? Because the moon pulls Earth. But if the moon pulls Earth, shouldn't there be one daily high tide? The bulge facing the moon? Yet there are 2 tides daily, roughly every 12 hours. Why? Some argued Earth moves away from water. Others said water moves toward the moon. Both were partly correct, neither complete. Newton saw the truth. The moon's force on Earth and water is identical at equal distance, but near-side water is closer to the moon than Earth's center, so it's pulled more. Far-side water is farther than Earth's center, so it's pulled less. 2 bulges result. One pulled more toward the moon, one left behind as Earth moves more. 2 tides daily. Additionally, Earth and Moon orbit their shared center of mass. That center lies inside Earth. Water is flung outward more than Earth by centrifugal effects and attracted differently by gravity. Regardless, tides were explained, including why there are 2. Many other facts clarified. Why Earth is round. Everything is pulled inward. Why it isn't perfectly round. Rotation flings the equator outward slightly. Why the sun and moon are round, and more. As science progressed and measurements improved, tests of Newton's law grew stricter. The first precise tests involved Jupiter's moons. Careful long-term observation of their motion allowed rigorous checks against Newton's predictions. It failed. Jupiter's moons sometimes appeared 8 minutes early, sometimes 8 minutes late compared to calculations. 8 minutes is enormous. Something was wrong. But observers noticed they were early when Jupiter was near Earth and late when Jupiter was far. A strange pattern. Romer, trusting gravitation, reached a remarkable conclusion. Light requires time to travel from the moons to Earth. We don't see them as they are, but as they were when light departed. When Jupiter is closer, light arrives sooner. When farther, later. Correcting observations for light travel time, he determined light's velocity. This was the first proof light isn't instantaneous. Consider this. We found light's speed not by measuring light directly, but by trusting gravitation when observations disagreed. Instead of discarding Newton, Romer asked whether light travels over time. He was right. This illustrates something profound. When a law is correct, it helps uncover others. Confidence in one law reveals new phenomena when discrepancies arise. Without gravitation, finding light's speed would have taken far longer. This process became an avalanche of discovery. Each finding enabled more. This avalanche began 4 centuries ago and continues today at incredible pace. Now comes the crucial point. Once light's speed is known, something deeply strange appears. Light always moves at the same speed. Always. Regardless of observer or motion. Let's be concrete. Standing still, you shine a flashlight. You measure 299 to 792, 558 mils. Fine. Now ride a fast train, moving at half light speed. Shine the flashlight forward. Common sense says the light should move faster, adding train speed. Like throwing a ball forward from a moving train. But it doesn't. You measure the same speed. Maybe error? Increase train speed to 90% light speed. Same result. Try 99.999%. Still identical. Light speed never adds. It never combines with yours. Always identical. This should shatter intuition. Everyday speeds add. Walk forward on a moving train, your ground speed increases. Light defies this. Why? Einstein realized the explanation. So counterintuitive people still resist it. Space and time aren't fixed. They're flexible. They stretch and bend to preserve light's speed. Move faster, time slows for you. Your clock ticks slower. Distances contract ahead of you. These are real effects, not illusions or errors. Time truly slows. Space truly shrinks. Exactly enough to keep light's speed constant. Let me repeat. The universe adjusts time and space, bending and compressing them, ensuring light's speed matches for everyone. Light's speed isn't merely velocity. It's a structural constant. Space-time is arranged so this speed is universal. It grows stranger. Try accelerating any object toward light speed. The closer you get, the harder acceleration becomes, not due to fuel limits or engines, but because the object resists more. This is relativistic mass increase. Inertia grows with speed. Approaching light speed, inertia approaches infinity. Reaching light speed requires infinite energy. Impossible. Thus, no mass-bearing object reaches light speed. Not arbitrarily, not technologically, but because space-time forbids it. Light travels that speed because photons lack mass. 0. Massless particles must move at that speed. They have no alternative. Objects with mass can approach arbitrarily close, but never arrive. The universe forbids it. You may ask why the universe is arranged so. Here's the frustrating answer. There is no deeper why. Light speed isn't imposed. It emerges from space-time structure. Space and time are fused into space-time, possessing geometry. That geometry includes a conversion factor between space and time. Light speed. Light isn't special. Space-time sets a maximum rate for cause and effect. Light travels at that rate because it's massless. Even without light, the limit exists. It's intrinsic. Another perspective. You think space and time are separate. You move through space, time flows. They're independent. They aren't. You always move through space-time at constant rate. That motion divides between space and time. Sitting still, all motion is through time, 1 second per second. Move through space, and some motion diverts from time. Thus time slows. The faster through space, the slower through time. There's a maximum. If you move through space at light speed, no motion remains for time. Time stops. This is why light experiences no time. From a photon's perspective, emission and absorption are simultaneous. The universe freezes. You can't exceed light speed because you can't have negative time motion. That's the boundary. This isn't theory alone. It's tested endlessly. Accelerators push particles to 99.99999% light speed. Acceleration becomes harder exactly as predicted. GPS satellites require time dilation corrections. Without them, navigation fails within hours. Muons from cosmic rays should decay before reaching Earth, but moving near light speed, their time slows, allowing survival. Observations match predictions precisely. Light speed's limit is among physics' most tested facts. So why is light speed the limit? Because spacetime has a maximum causal rate. That rate equals light speed. Not because light is unique, but because spacetime has a built-in conversion between space and time. Exceeding it implies backward time travel, which breaks causality. You can't undo cause and effect. Light speed is the rate at which now propagates. Information, forces, change all obey it. This avalanche began with Newton watching the moon, Rømer watching Jupiter's moons, Einstein realizing constancy, and countless experiments confirming it. Each insight built upon the previous. That's science's avalanche, still rolling. Light speed isn't just a number, it's the key. It unlocks spacetime's nature, revealing a universe stranger and more beautiful than imagined. And our ability to understand, measure, test, and predict it, that's physics beauty. Not comfort, not simplicity, truth.